YouTube. Like and subscribe. Now. I'm live. Hey. I don't know why I'm live. I'm very tired. I traveled today also, so I'm very tired. Woo, happy Saturday. Dude, back in Texas. Vegas was good. Vegas was very fun. They took such good care of us. It was crazy. Like I said at the end of my stream, dangerously good care of us. Like, they made us feel very important. They did, like, everything for us, which was really nice. They were very long days. I got 9 COVID tests in total in the past, like, 4 days. So we started our days at, like, I mean, I was waking up at 7:30 or so because that's 9:30 here, right? Is it 9:30 or is it 8:30? I don't know. Regardless, I was waking up like my normal time because I'm on like a normal sleep schedule. So my days were starting at jail. My days are starting at 7:30 and ending at like 2 a.m. every day. So we had some very long days while we were there. The event was insane. Cutie and I did way better than I expected. We got 5th overall. Out of 16, I think. Which is nuts. Oh, they're both out. He got out from under the bed. Pretty good. Yeah, we won like 16 grand or something crazy. And it's nice because we didn't know that we were gonna win any money. Like, I thought that they were gonna pay us flat for being there. I didn't know. Well, I mean, even if I did know we were going to win money, I wasn't expecting to win any money because I thought we were going to get dead last. I thought we were the worst team there. 100%. But you know what's cool? Is there were only 2 full female teams. And it was me, Cutie, and then Ava and Lulu. And we both did really well. We're boomerang pros. Okay, so the first day I knew it was going to go relatively well because it was, yeah, I did, Corey. Are you okay? No. He's fine. The first day, the IRL events were easy peasy. We did a really good job on all those events. And then the second day, we beat Nick and Molina, which was nuts. But honestly, we were all just really bad at that game. Like, watching everybody else play, like, we were all just terrible. But we still got to quarterfinals, which is sick. You did great in Vegas. Are you okay? Okay, so yesterday, I'm still very confused as to what happened. Thank you for the sub. I'm still very confused as to what happened yesterday because I drink like once a week, right? And I always drink beers, and it's not uncommon for me to mix like a couple shots with beers. And I had 4.5 drinks over 6 hours, which is like enough for me to be kind of drunk, but not like fucked up. And I had 2 beers and 1 shot at Topgolf. And then we went to this casino and I had 1.5 more beers. And when I was after I drank half a beer, I went to the bathroom, and I was just fucked. So, did you eat? I had 3 meals that day. I'd been getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. It was not a lot of alcohol. I got to the bathroom. You guys ever go to the bathroom when you're drunk and try to like steady yourself and figure out how drunk you are? That's what I was doing. So I went in the stall. I was looking at the lock on the stall door, and this sounds so crazy, but it kept hitting the ceiling. Like the lock did. Like, I was trying to focus on it, and it was like the way that a slot machine moves almost, the lock just kept like hitting the ceiling. And now that I think about it, I realized that the lock wasn't moving, obviously. So it had to be my eyes just like rolling up, into my head. And I panicked and I like got on my knees in the bathroom and then like crawled over to the toilet and just started violently throwing up. And then I couldn't stay awake and I fell asleep on the toilet, like with my arms over, not I was sitting on it, but like I was like throwing up and I had my arms over the toilet and I fell asleep there. And it's not because like I was trying to like fight sleeping, but I could not stay awake. And then I woke up to Cutie texting me. I went out to the casino to be with them again, and then I violently threw up 2 more times in hazard bags on the floor, like in the casino. And after that, Cutie and I were both like, because I told Cutie, I was like, Cutie, this is not 4.5 beers over 6 hours. Like, this is not right. And we were both like, let's just go to the ER and see if you can get a test. And the ER was awful. They, granted, it's a Vegas ER doctor at midnight, and I was drunk, you know, so he was just like, you're not on anything. We can't test for roofies anyway. And I was like, I'll pay out of pocket, just like whatever urine tests you can give me, can you just give them to me? And he was like, give me a second. He had somebody else come in. They took all my insurance information, my information. And I was like, do you know why you're taking this? Because it doesn't sound like you guys are going to do anything here. And she's like, I have no idea what they're going to do. I just have to take your information. And I was like, okay. So I gave her all my information. And then another nurse came in. She brought in a piece of paper. She was like, can you sign this? I signed it. And she was like, okay, you're free to leave. And I was like, so am I getting a test or no? And she was like, they just told me that you're free to leave. And I was like, okay. So I left. They didn't do anything besides take my blood pressure. It was bizarre. Cutie got an at-home drug test, but all it tested for was cocaine, meth, marijuana, and opiates. It's not that helpful anyway. All of them came out negative. I peed in a cup this morning. But yeah, I don't really know what happened. I don't think that I got drugged, but when I look back on it, there's just a lot of things that I can't explain unless I really am truly just that exhausted and some weird shit happened, but it wasn't alcohol things. Like the way that time was skipping. So the reason, because I was roofied my junior year of college when I was in the bathroom and I was trying to focus on the lock on the door and it kept hitting the ceiling, and then time was skipping a lot. And that's what it felt like when I was roofied in college. So I dumped the rest of my beer in the toilet and I was like, yeah, this is not right. So then the rest of the night, I just like, it's like you're there and then it's almost like you're awake the whole time, but then you kind of wake up somewhere else and it's like there was like a fast forward between that you don't remember. And that's what it felt like when I got roofied in college. So maybe, regardless, it's not that bad. It's not a problem because I know nothing bad happened because I was with Cutie and Myth and Ava Gigi the whole night. So I know nothing bad happened, but I do wish that I knew because it was either I got drugged or I was just super exhausted and that like really affected my body from how much I drank. But 4.5 beers over 6 hours should not do that to you. And alcohol doesn't do any of that to you, or in my experience anyway. I don't know much about alcohol poisoning. I know it wasn't food poisoning because all the food was catered. I ate 3 meals that day, exactly what everybody else ate. Alcohol poisoning, I always thought that just had to do with the amount of alcohol you consumed. Maybe that's not true. I guess it could have been alcohol poisoning. But I had 1 green tea shot, which is Irish whiskey, peach schnapps, and then like lemonade, just like a shot. And then I had 3.5 IPAs, and they're IPAs that I drink here in Texas, so I've had them before. So it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Just very weird. Alcohol can Nope. No. Potty training coming along. Hold on. Is that their poop on the ground? Yeah, over here. That's a cable. That's strange. Here's what I do know about yesterday. Is it could have been alcohol, it could have been exhaustion. But I do drink pretty regularly. Like, I definitely know my body, and I've been roofied before, and it was enough for me to agree to go to the ER, you know? So, like, I kind of think, I don't know. I don't think it was just alcohol. Plus, it's Vegas, and I think the only reason that I don't think that I was drugged is because I'm like, oh, there's no way. But I think that's kind of naive because I was in Vegas. So, like, there definitely is a way. I don't know. I'm fine, though, so it's okay. No ferrets out the door. No ferrets. But yeah, that doctor was a dick. He kept asking me what I was on. Or he was like, what do you have in your system? And I was like, alcohol. And he was like, but what drugs do you have in your system? And I was like, none that I know of. That's why I'm here. And he was like, marijuana and alcohol. And I was like, no, I don't smoke weed. I literally just had alcohol, but I feel like I've had more than alcohol. And then he was like, if somebody had slipped you something, you would not be talking to me right now. And I was like, that's just not, what a weird generalization. Like, that's just not true. If I was like fucked up, sure, but that's not how it works. And I straight up was like, I'll pay out of pocket. Can you just do whatever urine tests you guys have? And then he just left and then had someone come in and I signed a waiver and she was like, bye. And I didn't see him again. So weird. I do understand being like a Vegas ER doc at midnight. Some girl comes in like drunk. I don't know. And you're just like over it. Like, just like get out. But yeah. It was weird, for sure. How long were you passed out in the bathroom? Just like a few minutes. I threw up, and then I was like leaning over the toilet throwing up, and then I was like trying to fight falling asleep, and then I woke up to my phone. I turned the sound on my phone because I knew I was going to fall asleep. And I was like, what happens if I fall asleep in here and nobody knows where I am? Like, I have to wake up to the sound of my phone, and I knew that Cutie would spam my phone. And she did. So I woke up. Yeah, good friends for sure. Definitely was with good friends last night. Cutie, Myth, and Ava. Yeah. Yeah, they just went and waited outside the ER. When they Ubered everywhere with me, and then just waited. I was like, yep, nothing happened. Talked to Myth this morning about, like, what could have happened. He was like, I don't know. The first beer that I had, they poured into like a pretty wide rim glass, and then the second beer was a bottle. So like, imagine that would be harder. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There was a guy that offered me a ride, and I like made a joke that he was gonna kill me, so I'll pass. And he was like, but he still wanted to give me a ride. And then when I disappeared the first time, when the lock thing happened, he was like asking Cutie and Ava where I was. He's like where'd she go? Which is pretty weird. But I don't. And then I also like, it got to the point where I told Myth, I was like, I don't want him around me anymore. And like, so Myth like kept him away from me. It was pretty weird. So if I was a policeman, I would probably interview him. But we still don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. But it's okay because I'm fine.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park Street. Look at the map. Go to the mark sheet.